50 years ago, the world made a decision of long-lasting influence.
Madagascar? Yes. Nicaragua? Yes. Niger?
This vote would determine whether the People's Republic of China could restore its lawful rights to the United Nations.
No. USSR? No. United
Some nations, including the USA and Japan, jointly proposed a draft resolution which declared that any proposal to deprive the Republic of China of representation was an important question under Article 18 of the UN Charter, and thus would require a 2/3 supermajority for approval.
United Republic of Tanzania? Yes. No. United States? Yes. After Volta? Yes.
The results were out. 59 against 55 in favour and 15 abstentions. This meant that the People's Republic of China did not have to obtain 2/3 supermajority approval to return to the UN. Before the UN General Assembly proceeded to vote on the draft Albanian proposal resolution, a grime-faced Cho Shu-kai, KMT Taiwan's chief UN representative, announced that the Republic of China would not take part in further proceedings and walked out of the General Assembly. The General Assembly would now vote on a draft resolution sponsored by 23 countries, including Albania and Algeria. The People's Republic of China was to regain all its rights in the UN if more than half of the members voted in favour. Another round of voting began.
Yes. USSR? Yes. United Kingdom? Yes. United Republic of Tanzania? Yes. United States? No.
The resolution passed with a resounding 76 in favour to 35 against and 17 abstentions.
The result of the voting is as follows: in favor 76, opposed 35, abstention 17. The draft resolution adopted.
It was 11 p.m. EST when the chair called an end to the meeting. Thunderous applause took over the Assembly Hall and lasted over 2 minutes. The Republic's People of China restored its lawful rights in the UN on October 25, 1971. The 5-starred and red flag showed its presence in front of the UN headquarters complex. On November 15, 1971, PRC delegates walked into the UN General Assembly Hall and were greeted by thunderous applause. Representatives from other member nations rushed to extend their welcomes. Chao Wanhua, the head of delegation, caught the attention of all. Having at last taken this long-waited seat, surrounded by journalists and representing the PRC, Xiao wasted no effort to hide his joy.
我们主张，任何国家的事要由这个国家的人民自己来管，全世界的事要由世界各国来管，联合国的事要由参加联合国的所有国家共同来管。中国现在不做，将来也永远不做侵略、颠覆、控制、干涉和欺负别人的超级大国。
Xiao's speech was received with continuous cheers and applause. This is a great historic moment. The world set their sight on a new China. Since its return to the UN, China has been using its voting right to uphold peace and stability and promote the common prosperity of the internal community. China has delegated the largest number of troops to UN operations among the permanent members of the UN Security Council and took part in 29 UN peacekeeping operations and dispatched more than 50,000 people in total. As the largest developing country, China supports the United Nations Sustainability Development Agenda. China achieved the poverty reduction targets set by the 2030 Agenda 10 years ahead of schedule. The number of people that are lifted out of poverty in China accounts for more than 70% of the world's population. When facing the sudden outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, China launched the largest global emergency humanitarian action in history, actively fulfilling its commitment to make its vaccine a global public product. China has become an important builder of world peace, the largest contributor to global development, a firm defender of the international order, and an active provider of public goods.
中国将始终做多边主义的践行者，积极参与全球治理体系改革和建设，坚定维护以联合国为核心的国际体系，坚定维护以国际法为基础的国际秩序，坚定维护联合国在国际事务中的核心作用。
China was the first country to sign the UN Charter, a founding member of the UN, and the only developing country among the permanent members of the Security Council. 50 years have passed. Today, China has the ability and willingness to play a more important role in global governance. China is working hard to build a community with a shared future for mankind.